And for the last time in season 11, we are here for the final round of the championship. Then it is in Abu Dhabi then. And we are going to hopefully have a celebration that we have this season with a superb race. I have no doubt about it then here in Abu Dhabi. Oh, goodness me. But before we get onto the track action, I also must admit that I think I started the stream a couple of minutes too early, which is shocking stuff indeed. However, it gives me an opportunity to go through the drivers and the constructors standings then for final time as well then here tonight. And as you can see, South Swift Ninja has been champion since Mexico, I believe, wasn't it? Was when he was crowned champion. Menace has now been confirmed second, and Immortal has been confirmed third. Some brilliant drives, and especially for Immortal, one of my drivers of the season. He's been superb. Very closely matched by Brabbit in fourth position there. A great season as well for Brabbit. Then can Brabbit become a major challenger in the title for next season? And Immortal as well, and Menace. And that is going to be interesting. Troy, former champion in fifth position today. He might be able to sneak into fourth position of Brabbit. He's only 16 points adrift at the moment. Toy Koinen is 7 points adrift of Troy, but I'm not sure if he's in the race or not tonight. I'll have to have a look. And then we have got Keza, who's not in the race, not very well tonight for Keza. Potentially could lose his seventh position to Equals, but I got to be honest, I don't think Keza's very solid first season, and this season's been a bit of a disappointing one for the Haas driver. Equals in eighth position, and once again, one of the most consistent drivers on the grid in eighth position. And Indigo, great, as we mentioned, he's had two or three really good races since becoming full-time driver again for Indigo, and of course, Indigo right up into the ninth position already. And Kaz in a 10th position, not racing for the remainder of the season. Mark in 11th position on 42 points, 41 points for Young Lights. Young Lights might be able to scrape into the top 10. Same for Marky as well. Legend started his 30th Grand Prix start tonight in 13th position on 34 points. 32 points for Cam. 27 points for Coopaz and Super, who's not racing tonight either. Nolsey on 25 points and very narrowly missing out on the relegation, missing out on being dropped down to silver. Same with Champions as well on 23 points. Delando, I do not think is racing, so it'll be Delando, Boxtel, and Mr. Raging Bull that could be going down into silver for next season then. And I'm not sure if Boxtel will, but I think that Mr. Raging Bull and Delando, if they choose to carry on with their racing career, then they will potentially be in silver next season. Then in the Constructors' Championship, very similar really to the Drivers' Championship. Then, of course, Williams Constructors' Championship for the first Constructors' Champions for the third time in their careers. And, of course, now they've equaled the most Constructors' Champions, which was won by Renault all the way back in season 5. Aston Martin have also been confirmed second as well this season. Mercedes are in third position, and they are almost home and dry, basically. There's a 23-point separates Mercedes and Ferrari, very similar to McLaren and Ferrari in the final real race of Abu Dhabi this time a week ago. Haas are in fifth position, 42 points adrift, and they are 19 points in front of the RB team in sixth position, but they've only got one driver scoring tonight, so that might be difficult for RB to jump into fifth position. Then Alpine, of course, might have an outside chance of actually jumping the RB tonight. Then they are 26 points away, and then we've got Kick Sauber, who will not be able to get up into the same team with a 1-2, so they're basically stuck in eighth position. And McLaren are in ninth position, and Red Bull are in 10th position, and that's the other battle to avoid the wooden spoon. Then, of course, McLaren had a horrific start, but they have done a very good job, actually, to get in front of the Red Bull team. But Red Bull team have only had one driver scoring most of this season, then, but hopefully the Red Bull team might be able to get those 5 points and move off the bottom. But then, from McLaren's point of view, they hope that won't be the case then. But I think McLaren only got one driver as well tonight, then, potentially, so that may hinder them as well. Then we have got the joint constructors, and in a nutshell, basically, the Mercedes team needs to outscore Ferrari by 4 points, and by 4 points, and to keep themselves going in the joint constructors. Otherwise, the Ferrari team have won the joint constructors, which I think is the first time in their history they've won the joint constructors. I think this is only the third time we're doing the joint constructors, I believe. Unfortunately for Mercedes, that is a massive uphill struggle. And Ferrari do score quite heavily in gold as well. Normally with Menace Max scoring, of course, Cass not driving unfortunately for the remainder of the season. So it's all going to be on at Menace Max has shown to win the joint constructors here tonight. Then we've got the Alpine team in third position. They still can technically overhaul the Mercedes team, but they cannot overhaul the Ferrari team. So Alpine might be able to get up into second position. And same with the Aston Martin team in third position as well. Of course, the second and third, the joint constructors have just been absolutely going at a hammer and tongs. They've been swapping positions all the way through the second half of the season. Been fantastic to watch. That's because I'm sad though. And then we've got, of course, Williams are 124 points away from the Aston Martin team. RB are also very much in a similar state as Mercedes are. They need to outscore Williams for 4 points to keep themselves in the running for fifth position of the joint constructors. Haas team are in no man's land. They're going to stay seventh now. Red Bull are in eighth position there, but they got an almighty battle with themselves and kick Sauber to finish eighth and ninth. McLaren are rooted to the bottom of the joint constructors there in 10th position then. And that is our joint constructors stuff done and dusted then. Good stuff indeed. Then I'm happy with that. Then I can now finish. Now put my feet up and have a joyful end of season qualifying session. As we're just watching Indigo on his outlap mode on the soft compound tires. The medium compound tires. We got Toy Coin who is also out on the soft compound tires as well. I would say I'm not expecting any rain tonight, but we did have a sprinkle of the wet stuff, didn't we, in 100% a couple of days ago on Wednesday there, which was quite surprising indeed, I must say, because that was certainly not on my radar, but it was on the radar of the weather radar, if in all that kind of jazz as well. Then let me get to the comments, shall we? Hang on, how do I get to my comments then? 1 second. It is. It is Young Lights. Good luck all. Last race of the season and can't wait for season 12 already. Then, of course, season 12 will start in January sometime. I can't remember the exact date then. But also as well, we've the gold races will start as Toy Coin doing a bit of scrubbing his tyres. We don't normally see that in Grand Prix racing these days, do we? Having said that, Aston Martin have really started to do it over, especially in 2024 then. But yeah, Toy Coin just looks like he's just scrubbing a set of soft tyres and interesting stuff. I don't think the soft tyres are they going to be used much for the race. I'm not sure if they are, to be honest. Indigo then going very much playing dare with the white line there on the outside of turn 1. Indigo is that as Toy Coin has come into the pits and retired. And so I think the Toy Coin was I wonder if Toy Coin's been a naughty so-and-so and unfortunately got a qualifying ban. Then Riley out on circuit as well, of course. And look at all that it's that fog of dust in the background. Goodness gracious me. Very pixelated that is, isn't it? Goodness me. Indigo coming down into the chicane. Lego Gold then for the finale in 2024, says Noel. Then evening, Rusty Nuts. Good evening to you, Serious Mushroom. We've also got chicken soupy thing then. Of course, that is Gordo's favourite dish, as we found out in Qatar last Monday as well. So looking forward to some more food chat in silver tomorrow night. Then I think the silver very similar to gold. And of course, a lot of things are already wrapped up really. So this is going to be a very interesting race. And yes, maybe the championship's not on the line anymore. However, it still is open up for grabs in bronze. Then of course on Tuesday night, that is the last championship up for grabs in ALR now. Is who's going to be crowned the season 8 bronze champion, the 8th bronze champion as well. Here's Indigo then, a Grand Prix winner out to the final turn then, and it comes across the line. There's a 23-0 on those medium tyres there. Interesting stuff indeed. Then Riley is just coming across the line then, and Riley goes second fast there on a 23.9 then. That just shows how quick Indigo is around here. I'm sure Indigo won around here in one of the 100% race around here a season or two ago, actually, if I remember rightly. Maybe I'm not remembering rightly, but I'm sure that Indigo absolutely dominated this race one time or another. Maybe that's a different lifetime ago potentially. As of course we've only got 2 drivers that have set times on the board so far. Vessier driving the Haas, of course, a late sub in because of because Keza is not very well, sadly. So Vessier then is really coming in very much green, and almost going to be as green as this circuit. And he's in the Haas car tonight. Then is Vessier then. So good luck to Vessier, who has scored a couple of points on his gold outings that he's done in this past. So good. So Vessier season, and certainly going to potentially, well, he ain't going to have the Haas car out because unfortunately he is not eligible to score points for their constructors. Reserve drivers are eligible to score points, which I think is quite important. And happy race darts, must everyone. Then of course, I love darts, and of course, so Serious Russian, of course, it is the start of the World Championships of darts. Is it the World Championship? It is, isn't it? It's the World Championship of darts, and it's basically a traditional, a Christmas tradition, really. So it's always have the darts all around Christmas, and then of course, it's earlier in the year, isn't it? The darts, and then of course, we have the Premier League of darts as well, which is pretty cool as well. Jay Hings out on circuit then in the Kick Sauber. Only one Kick Sauber is eligible to score points tonight, which is going to be Marky on board Jay Hings, who, to be honest, I think he's done a really good season in Silver, to be fair. Absolutely fantastic indeed, especially the last couple of races, albeit he didn't do very... I think Qatar didn't go very well for Jay Hings, sadly, but overall, I think that Jay Hings has been an absolute revelation then. I did say... is Jay Hings, unfortunately, off the circuit there. I did say that potentially Jay Hings might be my pick for the Silver Championship next season, but I don't want to put the commentator's curse on that, so I may retract that statement, not because I don't think Jay Hings can't do it, but more concerned about the curse of the commentator, which is very much a real thing. Look what you have done to McLaren, Sean. Luckily, Serious Russia, the joint construction does not count for McLaren. If it did, then the McLaren team would be probably in the negative positions in the joint construction. Of course, so McLaren, I think, did finish fifth actually in the 100%. So good stuff indeed to myself and Mushroom. Mushroom got 90% of the points. I got 10%, but if I didn't get those 17 points, we wouldn't have been fifth in the Constructors' Championship. That is my argument anyway. Jay Hings now going for a lap around Abu Dhabi, and of course they've made some changes on this circuit, haven't they, over the of course, in the last couple of seasons or so. Of course, the first ever race around here was quite that infamous 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. There's a lot of infamous Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, isn't there? Of course, I also think back to the 2010 one as well, where Fernando Alonso got stuck behind Petrov for all the race and basically cost him the championship and gave it to Sebastian Vettel. That was the only time that Vettel had led that championship in 2010, which I think is a crazy stat, but I love it because I always repeat it every now and again. And Jay Hings there just out of the chicane. And of course, what else have we got then? We've got January the 12th, says Nosey. That is the start of next season. One job, Sean, then. To be fair, I must admit, I should have looked at that before starting to talk about it, really, shouldn't I? Shameful behaviour indeed, then. But yes, the 12th of January is the start of season 12 of ALR. Of course, that will be gold on Sunday. Well, I think we are changing the times for gold, though. It will be back to 7:30. Gold will be as well, and I'm not sure if it's gone through the admin vote yet, but as Jay Hings goes second fast on the 23.9 then. Currently Indigo is almost a full second in front of anyone else in this qualifying session at the moment, which is absolutely fantastic indeed there for Indigo, looking very strong indeed there. We're just taking a look then. We've got a couple of drivers on an outlap at the moment. Of course, the other rule change potential for gold next season is only having one qualifying session rather than this three-parter that we have, of course. So that may also be a rule, which I'm not sure if that's if that's been voted in or not just yet, but that is a rule that you need to keep an eye on as well. But sadly for me, that means I've got less time to natter on and whinge about things, especially Formula 1 related things, which is very sad indeed. Then ALR, wish I could be there, says Equals. So Equals, unfortunately not in the race today. Equals isn't there, so the highest that Equals can finish in the championship is 8th finish there, but it's still, once again, one of the consistent drivers of the season. And by the way, that's the first time that Equals has missed a race this season. So Equals has raced every single race this season, bar Japan, but Japan, of course, did not go ahead because of the Euro. But so that's an incredible effort indeed to Equals, but sadly he doesn't get the 100% attendance record. So unfortunately for Equals, close but no cigar. Immortal then, who is confirmed third in the championship last week then for Immortal. His best result of his gold career. Of course, he is 100% world champion already then, but I think that in terms of the performance as a whole, I think Immortal's been pretty impressive here this season, and one of my drivers of the season, along with along with all the other drivers that I keep saying is that driver of the season. We've also got Coventry Climax, Sean. Absolutely, I think that engine manufacturer should come back into Formula One. I absolutely love it. Was it an engine manufacturer or a team? I can't remember now, but or a constructor. But yes, Coventry Climax is one of my favourite team names or engine names I've ever heard. It's fantastic. It really is indeed. Then it's my profession, Mushy. Then says Equals in terms of Serious Russian asking if Equals a Sky event. I still beat you, says Farfen. True, Sean, you did your bit. Superstar, Farfen said. Of course, indeed. Then I must admit, I think that when I was hosting, I noticed that I actually had a advantage off the start, which of course I did take it. When was I hosting? Was it in Qatar? It might have been Qatar. Obviously, I did take it because, I need every help I can get. Across the line then comes Malta and does go fastest because Indigo set that time some 8 minutes ago. So that's a very good time then. And Indigo did that on intermediates. Did that on medium tyres as well. Metronav has just gone into second fastest in the RB. Of course, Metronav cannot score points for the RB team tonight. But in the other RB has not qualified either because they got of course, a penalty. Then Marquis has gone into fourth, also on the medium tyre as well. A lot of drivers, two drivers using the medium tyres there. Interesting strategical options there. Attention, Cam there going in 8th position there. Vessier is currently on a 27-foot. I'm just watching Legends there, who's got a car right in front of him here, and that's the Alpine, and that's not ideal because that Alpine I don't think is on a lap. And look at that there, Legends there spun the car, and I think that might be a penalty coming Brabbitt's way, sadly there, and unfortunately we caught them red-handed there. But Brabbit maybe in a bit of trouble with the stewards on that one because that is and that has really cost Legends there. 6.5 minutes ago, I'm surprised Legends didn't come in the pits there and potentially throw on another set of tyres. But yeah, Legends may have probably would have made it safe through. Brabbit was on the lap as well, actually. So Brabbit does not need to get out of the way then because his time was actually recorded. Lights is in 12th position, and then Gurman in at 10th position in the Aston Martin. Of course, Aston Martin are confirmed second in construction now, so Aston Martin can enjoy themselves. So here's the world champion who's been enjoying himself for the past 3 races. So as they, of course, since being crowned champion back in round 20. Here is Sam Swift Ninja flicking it in to turn 11, I believe that is, isn't it? As he just, I'm just gonna jump over, check if Troy is pooping. No shame, both of you. Absolutely. To be honest, I wouldn't. I got no shame at all. To be honest, I would. I'm loud and proud. To be fair, I would do any advantage I can get. I would take it with both hands. There. Here's Sam Swift, and of course he's the first ever driver in ALR history to win a championship on 2 separate games there. Fastest by 3/10 of a second there. Sam Swift Ninja has only had 2 pole positions this season, Sam Swift has. However, he's made up for that incredibly by 16 podiums in 22 starts there and 10 wins in 22 starts as well for Sam Swift. On board there with Menace, who's behind us. Brabbit has gone at second fastest now on a second time run then. So I'm wondering if some of these tyres, because of course we're at night time here in Abu Dhabi. Of course, this is a twilight race when we get the race going in just about 45 minutes time. As you can see, Menace there using a bit of slipstream from Sam Swift there. Of course, Menace there has been on pole position 6 times this season. Him and Immortal is going head to head to be crowned who is going to be the most is going to have the most pole positions of the season award. Menace there on the soft tyres. I thought they were hard for the minute then, as I had to quickly look down and check. But yes, Menace on the soft tyre. And of course, 6 pole positions. Then Immortal's also got 6 as well. Immortal's happy with his performance and has come back into the garage and putting his feet up there. Other drivers have not set times just yet is Troy, but we think that he's gone for a number 2 in his lavatory break. We have also got Tari, who has not set a time just yet either. Gurman's back out on circuit quite early on, really. We've got 4 minutes to go. Gurman not feeling too comfortable with that time, and he shouldn't be either, because Gurman very close to being in the relegation zone here. And now Menace Max has pushed Gurman into the danger zone there, and Gurman's down into 15th, and Menace has gone up to 4th, and Menace should be happy with that performance there, because that should see him safely through. Farf also used a cloaking device on Wednesday. Yes, he did. And to be fair, it looked like Farf was a ghost through people. I haven't said that though. Farf don't think he overtook anyone in ghost mode apart from me. But what can I did try and report it. However, Farf deleted my report. So sadly, nothing came of it. Of course, Josh. Farf doesn't. I don't think that Farf is able to even look at the reports at 100%. I don't think. But nevertheless, yes, good drive by Farf. Actually, I hate to say it, he did a great job. Actually, Farf did because he won his first race of the season 100% on Wednesday. Albeit he did get disqualified, which, to be honest, I think is the best decision that the Codemasters Games has made in a long, long time. To be honest, but never mind. That was overruled. I don't even know why Farf was disqualified. To be honest with you, because that was a very odd disqualification as well. Because I'm sure that when you use the intermediate tyres, you do not have to use two sets of the dry tyres, and either the soft or the medium, or the hard, or the soft and the hard. As Sam Swift Ninja after his performance, German has gone right back up to 7th, and that should see him safely through. Troy has emerged out of the garage now, and it's just warming up those tyres. Look at that, then. We got a bit of a rush coming out of the pit lane with Jay Hings, followed by Riley, followed by Cam out there as well. Both McLarens are very much in the thick of things. Legends, who should probably be further up than that, but had issues with Brabant on his opening lap, unfortunately. As here is the former champion at Troy from season 8 there, just trying to warm up those tyres there. As we're just going to come out of the final couple of turns and are going to start on the way. Any drones over the track? Says Ashton. Then I don't think so, but of course I think that ALR's airspace is a lot more restricted and guarded than maybe the airspace in the USA potentially. Of course, if no one knows what that is, of course there's been a lot of drones flying around in America, and is it New Jersey? I think it's New Jersey then. So it's been hitting the news quite a lot lately, as there's one of the Williams is coming out of the pit lane. I think that's Chappers in 10th position then. So look at that then. A lot up until 6th position then. They all do not feel comfortable then. So a lot of track evolution potentially out on circuit here tonight. There's a Indigo just in front of us there, and Troy might be using Indigo as a bit of a slipstream here, but he might catch him there just before he gets to the Indigo getting out of the way now. That's beautiful stuff indeed there for Troy then. So that's going to help Troy no end there, as we can't even see him. There he is under the tower, and now then into the chicane and before he accelerates away. And now DRS said in the second part of the lap that they're just coming into the turn 11, I think this is, that with just 53 seconds to go in this qualifying session. Cam, Legends, Tori, Troy and Toy Corn all out of qualifying at the moment, but that could change that, apart from Toy Corn, who is out of qualifying for having a parish notice that, oh no, Troy's invalidated there, and goodness gracious me, and Troy could be starting on the back row of the grid. He does have 33 seconds to get across the line, but he has no battery, and that is going to hurt him in the second sector especially. Oh my goodness gracious me, he's doing a lot of harvesting, but I think that Troy might be out of qualifying. He is out of qualifying. That is the danger of coming out of the pit so late then, and Troy is out of qualifying, and that is a nightmare for Troy, and devastation indeed. And the former world champion then is going to start 19th on the grid then for the Haas team tonight. Not ideal at all. Could we see a 21 then, says Serious Mushroom. Well, to be honest, I don't think we might see a 21, a 21 Grand Prix around here. What I mean by that is Abu Dhabi 2021, if, more likely in bronze than we do in gold, as gold, everything's been wrapped up then. To the line now comes Cam. Cam goes into a very competitive 6th position there. Vessier does not improve and stays 14th position. Jay Hings is in the rally, is in 15th for the moment. That's not ideal. Now he's 16th, but out of qualifying. Legends is in 10th position now. Boxtel's pitted there. Boxtel should be through because Riley has also finished his lap as well, but it's between Riley and Tori to get themselves through into qualifying 2 here. At the moment though, Riley is through by 23.5 then, but what can Tori do? I'm wondering if Marky might abandon his time then, because I think he's going to be safely through now. It's just between Tori and Riley to get themselves through into qualifying 2 here then. Under the hotel, accelerates to the way. say, do not go too wide, because that's where I got all my penalties on Wednesday, because, which is silly, really, wasn't it? 56 times, I think I only did that corner right once. The final turn there for Tori across the line, and Tori goes 60 for this nod by over a tenth of a second, and Tori is out of qualifying, along with Vestier, Jay Hings, and the big surprise of Troy making a mess of the Sector 3 and invalidating this time, which means that they are out of qualifying, along with Toy Coin as well, who got a qualifying ban. But my goodness gracious me then. So Jay Hings out of qualifying as well, along with Vessier here. Goodness gracious me. Oh, Troy, says Serious Motion then. I made it through Q2 on medium tires and I got knocked out on softs in other races there, says Indigo, but I must say that Indigo is looking pretty. Indigo did that time like 2 minutes into the session there, and Track Evolution is quite big around here, so Indigo is surely going to be one of the major players in qualifying at the moment for today's pole position, in which currently Indigo has a pole position, which was back in Brazil, I believe it was, wasn't it? A few races ago then. Out qualifying, Toy Coin, Troy, Jay Hings, Vessier, and Tori out of qualifying one. As we roll on into qualifying 2 now. Leave the football before the football leaves you, says says Troy then. So we now roll on into qualifying 2 then. Tour de football. I think there's some more football on tonight, isn't there? Which is a bit weird. Normally, in the UK, football is usually on 2 and 4:30, I believe it is, isn't it? So it's very odd to have another game on tonight, isn't it? Goodness gracious me. I don't even know if it's what it's on then, if it's on Sky Sports or not. Troy kind of finishes number 2 and shower now, says Serious Motion then. So I think the Troy then would be happy about that then. So not as much rushing around then. Out of the pits comes the Red Bull of Legends there as he tours out of the pit lane now. And we've also got an Aston Martin out there. And who is that Aston Martin? I'm wondering if that's German, to be honest. German is normally one of the early drivers out there. And indeed it is German there. Outside the pits now in the Aston Martin, of course, also German, the season 6 champion, and in this field, then German is the earliest champion in this field as well. Of course, season 6. All our season 5 and before champions have retired from the Grand Prix racing these days, but German is still going strong. Then, of course, had a Grand Prix win earlier on this year. Oh dear, that's not strong. German did have a Grand Prix win earlier on this year. I think it was round 2 in Saudi Arabia. He won for German. So started off strongly, but unfortunately the championship did fall by the wayside for German there, with a couple of difficult races there for German. So this qualifying session is 15 minutes long, and of course we're going to be losing another 5 drives. And before we get into qualifying 3, then and going for pole position, then for the final time of season 11 of 2024 as well of Formula 1 ALR. So who will be on pole position is absolutely going to be very interesting indeed. That it was going to be Menace, who's got 6 pole positions. Is it going to be a Mortal, who's also got 6 as well? Or could it be Indigo then? Indigo, I don't want to give Indigo the commentator's curse. Depends on whether Indigo believes in that or not. But looking very strong at the moment is Indigo. On board now with German going through turn 2 and turn 3. Used soft runs coming up then, says Serious Motion. Thank you very much. And I wish there was a graphic to show you if there's a used soft tire or not, but never mind. That was back in yesteryear in Formula 1, wasn't it? Sadly, we don't get that kind of stuff these days. DRS then, of course, down the first of the 2 back straights there, and German there, of course, he's in the middle of the track because, of course, we lose a lane there, don't we, halfway down. That's why German looked like he was floating in no man's land. Now into the chicane, of course, that second chicane, and do not hit that orange curb then, because that will unsettle the car, and now down over the port grid hatchings there, and going into the new part of the circuit then. Well, there's a lot of new parts of this circuit, isn't there? But of course, it's Pointed Square is now a long left-hander there, and is very much does encourage overtaking as well. Then we're into the technical part of the lap. Then a bit of Pointed Square over these corners have been opened up. They're not as tight as they used to be, of course. So and they now come out to the Latifi turn there, and also the turn where I think I invalidated every lap that I did in the race almost. That's why I got so many penalties. And now coming into the final turn as well there for German, accelerates away, and German comes across the line to go fastest there of 23 23.5 there for the former champion German. And a good start indeed there to really throw down the gauntlet. We got a Red Bull in front of us, and we've also got Chappers as well. Of course, good racing, 100% now for Chappers earlier on last Wednesday, I should say. That goes goes fastest there, whilst Legends goes on to a 23.8 then so far for the Red Bull driver. And Immortal that is also invited to the party as well, and it's gone fastest then on a 23.0 there for Immortal. Good stuff indeed. Lovely. Then we have got Metronav then, who is just on board. Going into turn one, just starting their lap as well. Riley has invalidated their time, as has Lights, so that's not ideal for Lights. And Lights just started his lap. On board with Marky, who's looks like that has done a lap already, but that's not registered. I wonder if he invalidated his lap as well. Now he's only got 19% of battery there. Oh dear. Riley is going to start their lap again, and so we're going to stick with Metronav then, who's coming down the first of the two back straights there. And thank you very much for all the likes. And of course, we are one subscriber away from the 650 mark. So hopefully we could get that one subscriber then, which is the target. I think was my target. I don't think no one else really cares, to be honest. But that'll be my target. And I'll be opening a bottle of the bubbly if we get to 650 by the end of this week as well. Of course, only 3 more races to go in ALR 2024. Not the game, the actual year. Then, of course, ALR will return on the 12th of January again, of course, for Season 12 of Gold, Season 9 of Silver, and Season 9 of Bronze. No event league will be this season, which a lot of drivers are very disappointed by. But the event league will be back on next year's game then, of course. So that will be very exciting stuff indeed. Then Metronav then coming out of the final turn, and turn 16 and across the line and going fastest there. Metronav then is really starting to come into his own then, hasn't he? Metronav looking some very impressive times out there for Metronav. Brabant then down the back straight. Lewis Riley is just about to complete his lap now. Here comes... no, he isn't. He's in the pit. So that's me building up and then not finishing. Sounds like a lot about my life, to be honest. Right, that is we're just going on with Brabant. The second... Oh, that chicane then. And look at that then. Almost all 4 wheels off the track there of Brabant. But my goodness me. Of course, you are allowed to do that. And of course, as long as there is one bit of the tyre touching the track, then you're still in play. With Brabant then. Hopefully on next year's game as well, we'll have a bit of those gravel like patches that have been introduced in the race in Austin and the Qatar, for example, then, because they were pretty good as well. And I'm sure that on this game as well, instead of having like warnings and stuff, it'd probably be better just to get probably have gravel instead. But that's because I get a lot of warnings and a lot of penalties, especially if you're in the Qatar race in 100%. Brabant goes 4 fastest, the former silver champion, just in front of the another former silver champion, the former German there back in season 2, where this was the race where German clinched the championship then in very unusual wet weather, very unusual rain around here. Of course, the only second time I've ever seen rain was actually in the 100% on Wednesday, which is absolutely incredible stuff indeed there. But it was a full wet race, wasn't it, in season 2 of Silver there, where of course German did clinch the championship after a very tense battle between himself and Dan Murphy, and it came down to the wire. And one of the most incredible moments in ALR history, that was Dan Murphy. German retired at this part of the track here, where he revved up where he spun up the rear tires and into the inside barrier there, out to the Grand Prix. And Dan Murphy needed to get, I think, 4 higher, I believe. Sadly, he got 5th in the end there, and Indigo just underlining his pace there on a 22.662 there for Indigo. I think Indigo is very much in the running for pole position here tonight there. A great time indeed there for Indigo. It's coming across the line. Sam Swift Ninja, the double world champion, going 4 fastest. Good stuff indeed there for the world champion. Is that going to be safely through a 23.1? Might be a bit nervous, to be honest. Boxtel is invalidated that time. Knowlesy looks like invalidated his time as well, and has have to go around again. And then we're on board with Knowlesy. Has got the most starts in ALR Gold history, has Knowlesy. Of course, has been here since China of season 1 then. But of course, he did take a sabbatical for a few seasons before returning back to Grand Prix racing there. But yeah, Knowlesy, one of the golden oldies of ALR. Down the back straight now, there comes Knowlesy. We've got a car in front of us, and I think it's one of the Woodies. It is one of the Williams. It is Sam Swift Ninja then just getting out the way. Of course, for next season, and by the way, if you're new to ALR and Grand Prix Racing, over the Christmas period, then we'll be doing the season reviews, and as Knowlesy is on an in-lap there, we'll be doing the season reviews, of course, where we'll go through, just look at the season as a whole, and have a bit of a chit-chat about what's gone on in the season, which is cool something. But that is also joined in with the awards as well, which the polls closed a couple of days ago, and of course, so all the drivers have voted for their driver of the season, the most consistent, best overtake, best performance. German's gone fast. It's on a 23.3 there, 3 tenths a second in front of Indigo. That's a statement of intent there for the former champion. We vote for all kinds of brilliant stuff indeed then, and of course the drivers get awarded as well then. And then after that, then after Christmas, then when ALR shuts down for the Christmas period, then where you all enjoy your Christmas chocolate Santas and all that kind of jazz. And all that kind of jazz then, and then before then we start up with the driver draw as well then, where we normally do a randomization then of what drivers go into which teams, and of course the drivers do not get to pick then into the pits. Now comes Boxtel there, of course, was runner-up in season 8 I believe there, and of course third position in season 9, but I think it was actually runner-up twice in season 8 and season 9 then, and I think in season 10 finished third, sadly for Boxtel. This season the worst performance this season there, the worst season for Boxtel in his career, but Boxtel has only raced 8 times there for Boxtel, which also probably skews the numbers somewhat as well. Sam Swift Ninja then just coming in on an in-lap at the moment, and we've also got Menace Max down at the back straight. Down the back straight then, apologies, my sister was messaging me, and she knows that I'm busy on a Sunday at 7 o'clock, goodness gracious me. Right, Menace Max down the second of the 2 back straights, and Menace Max and Immortal will go head to head to see who will have the most pole position this season. However, I do think that their party has been gate crashed a bit by Indigo, and potentially by German as well. Here is Menace, and just coming into the final few quarters now is Menace. So then into the final technical part of the circuit, there's the point and square for Menace, and you can see accelerates away. Then look at that, the track is off camber there. It's a bit horrible as well, isn't it? 4 minutes to go in this qualifying session now, and Menace is coming in the drop zone along with Lights, Markey, Boxtel and Nosy, but Menace is not in the drop zone anymore. Cannot match German there. That just shows how impressive German's that was. But yes, Menace cannot match it, and it's down in second position. Well, I say down in second position, I should see him safely through. Mortal has just completed us up and gone into second fastest then. So in the drop zone now is Lights, Riley, Markey, Boxtel, and Knowles as well then. Thank you very much, Camera Racer. Good evening to you, my good man. Good luck, Gold Race for Camera Racer. Of course, Camera Racer has been superb this season, and of course, has been one of the most impressive drivers in the season as well. Lights goes into fifth fast, so that's a much better time there for Lights. And is that through safely? Well, it is at the moment. There is a lot can change in 180 seconds out, especially for the world of Grand Prix racing. Markey then is out now, so Markey is out there just warming up his tyres. He's got a beautiful piece of clean track in front of him. No traffic at the moment, and as the McLarens are starting to come out of the pits. And here is Riley. Cam is currently down in 11th position on a 23.8 for Cam. Only needs to find a few hundred a second to get himself in front of Legends. But of course, we do have Boxtel, who's still not a set time just yet, as long with Markey, Riley and Knowlesy. So these times can very much change then with in the final stage of this Grand Prix. Just now on board with Markey. Cameron also says hello to all other racers as well then. Markey then across the line, and of course returned back to Grand Prix racing halfway through the season. And this is 11th Grand Prix start this season then for Markey then. It's not going too wide then. And now into turn 2 and into turn 3 there. And now before dropping down the hill, we used to have a horrible chicane which used to break up this part of the circuit there, didn't it then? But of course they got rid of that chicane and also brought in at this turn here of turn 4 a bit closer in then. And they're just on board and now just going down the back straight. We've already been on board, haven't we? But we're still on board nonetheless. And DRS, and you may have heard a beep in the ear. Now the drivers hear a beep then unless they turned it off there. However, I think a bit like the shift lights as well. I don't think the drivers really look at the shift lights or listen to the beeps on the shift lights either, because of course they are very much so expert now. They know exactly where this track is. They can probably drive this track with their eyes closed. However, I wouldn't recommend that because there are some obstacles out there. Your other 19 competitors. Marky throwing it into turn 11 there, and the car hangs on absolutely splendidly well. Now coming into the final sector as well. Yellow flags in qualifying. I'm not too concerned by yellow flags. It's usually George just backing off to get some space there. Marky then, who has not set a time just yet, this is going to be his last run because he does have time, but he doesn't have the fuel by the looks of things. And out of the final turn there comes Marky up to the line now, and Marky goes into a very respectable 6th position there. Indigo back out on circuit there, so I think the Indigo, just a bit cautious there, because I think Indigo's 22.6. Should have seen him safe and through that, but for Indigo, I think that just making sure that is the case, because yes, Indigo has been caught out a few times in this season. Watching him boxed out down in 19th in the championship, which I can't believe I'm saying, but I do feel that a lot of that is to do with how towards the end of last season then, and how Boxstar was the cream of the crop, the class of the field for most of last season before Sam Swift did swoop in there, and of course claimed the championship after Percy and Sam Swift overtook Boxstar with only a couple of races to go, and it just didn't go well at all. Boxstar lost all his pace then in the final stages of season 10. Unfortunately for Boxstar, such a shame on this. The first time in his career that he's finished outside of the top 3 in the Drivers' Championship. Boxstar goes 8 fastest there, and I'm wondering then if Indigo might start thinking about abandoning this time then. Across the line, Riley's out of qualifying sadly at 23.2 for Riley, so that's it for Lewis Riley sadly. Sam Swift Ninja goes fastest there on a 22 flat, then 3/10 second in front of Gurman there for Sam Swift, maybe getting his eye in early for the final part of qualifying. I am looking for Brabbit. Here is Brabbit then, out of 16 across the line. Brabbit goes 6 fastest. Boxstar is now down into 10th position there, very much in the drop zone now. Now he's in the drop zone. Boxstar is because Cam goes up into 6 fastest. Great end there for Cam. Marky on a lap. No, Marky's coming into the pits then. Legend has out qualified his teammate Boxstar. Boxstar down the 13th position there at the moment. What about Chappers in 13th position there? Chappers is probably one of the most unluckiest drivers of the season this season, isn't he? But here comes Chappers into the final. Whoa, back end trying to step out there for Chappers. Across the line now goes 4 fastest there. Underline that potential, that Williams car, fantastic. Nosey only improves to 14 fastest, out of qualifying as well. Metronap out of qualifying, along with Legends, Boxtown, Nosey and Riley all out of qualifying. Standout lap is Cam. What a lap for Cam there, getting through in 7th position there. Chappers also a great lap there for Chappers as well, getting himself into 4th position there. But we have never questioned Chappers' qualifying pace. We certainly haven't there. But of course he has been a bit unlucky in race trim as well. We've got thank you to all gold drivers there for an awesome season 11. Hope everyone has a great Christmas and New Year, and see you in 2025. I can't believe the season's over, says Luke. Evening camera, hope evening camera, torpedo, says some serious freshman as well. Danny Fiat then might be a Camaro's nickname then. However, unlike Danny Fiat, then Camaro Racer has got a couple of pole positions to his name in Grand Prix race, and then it's just on board of Boxall, sadly down in 13th position and out of qualifying 2 here tonight then. And just to confirm who is out of qualifying 2, sadly, we ain't going to find out because there is no classification on the screen, and which, to be honest, is actually one of the biggest. I'm not. It's a bug, isn't it? It's actually one of the biggest thing that irks me. Actually, is the final classification, because we didn't get it in bronze either, did we? Really? So that's quite annoying. That is. But anyway, that's the end of qualifying 2 as you roll on into qualifying 3, and of course it's now time for the final qualifying 3 session of the season and of the year as well for gold. And who is going to be on pole position for the final race of the season here tonight then? I must say, am I going to throw my hat in the ring and give a potential prediction? Absolutely not. But I think all 10 drivers does have a chance of pole position here tonight, though. Of course, Sam Swift Ninja's been on pole position twice this season. Menace 6 times. Brabbett's been on pole position once as well, along with Immortal's been on pole position 6 times. Once for Indigo, 4 times for Toy Coin, who's unfortunately started from the back of the field. 2-time pole position as well. 2-time pole position as well for Lucas Percy. Then. So those are pole positions there as we now roll on into qualifying 3. ALR Esports. Sean, hello. Chappers has had more hits than Eminem, and that is a lot of hits out there. Of course, Eminem, absolute legend of a rapper. I must admit, I didn't really like his early stuff, but I think it was a bit too rappy for me. But that's because I'm more of a Westlife fan myself, and I'm more of a boy bands and girl bands kind of guy, rather than of course this rapping and all that kind of stuff. I'm looking for it's Indigo then who is leading the train around at the moment, as I'm waiting with bated breath as to see why ALR Sports has named and shamed me. I waited. I'm a little worried. What have I done? So just watching 10 minutes ago disqualified session. Indigo then currently has got a pole position and can he get a second one of the season here tonight? Well, he's let an Aston Martin go there. Now that's interesting. So Indigo there is Indigo then letting lights through there. So that is interesting. Maybe Indigo wants the slipstream there, but surely if he's still behind lights then, and look at that though, I'm wondering if they are having a game of slipstream now. And look at that, Williams are flying past, as I don't think they are absolutely. I think it was Chappers, wasn't it? Flew past. Chappers is in no mind then to be involved in any of that shenanigans there, and it's just carried on then. Now on board then with Chappers then coming into the final turn and accelerating away then for Chappers for one final time. Well, he's probably going to have another lap actually, but for maybe the second to last time, then these drivers are going to drive their cars in anger at full beams. Of course, in the race as well, they do not drive 100% in the race, do they? Because they got to make sure they manage the car to the end now with 28 laps of this Grand Prix still to come. Chappers down into turn 4. Want to join you guys for the last race of this season. Such a nice community. Really enjoyed racing with you guys, even as a reserve. Thank you very much, MHD. I really appreciate that indeed, and I think everyone else does as well. Yeah, and it's a shame that MHD is not in here tonight, but of course got a podium on his last time out in Qatar as well, and MHD was absolutely flying in, and looking forward to hopefully wonder if MHD might get a full-time drive next season. Looking forward to seeing if he does or not, but that remains to be seen now. It is down to the stewards, of course, but I'll be a big fan if MHD does get a full-time seat, because that driver has got absolute potential then. On board with Chappers then, who's got potential this lap as well, but look at that. Indigo and the Aston Martin, they're too close, I think, now, so now they're going to get a bit of a wash effect on the front of their wings, and it's going to cause them understeer, and goodness me, and I'm wondering if they should drop top there, but look at this, and that's probably not, and Chappers there, almost having an issue there, and this is going to spoil all their laps then, isn't it, really? So that's not ideal. Out of the final turn now, and across the line then, Chappers goes fast then, with Indigo second, and German in third position there. But I do feel that they probably compromised each other there. So, Sam Swift has only gone 4 fastest actually, but I feel that they did compromise themselves there. There's an Alpine going very sideways there. Brabant doing his best Max Verstappen impression in the final turn, then goes 4 fastest there. Menace goes second fast there, 10th for a second behind German. As goodness gracious me. What about as just out of the final turn then for Immortal going third fastest there. Indigo in 4th at the moment. There's Indigo was not on a lap there, so it looks like that. Well, no, actually, Indigo was on a lap by the looks of things, and now starting to harvest that. 2 cars haven't set a time just yet, and that is Young Lights, and that is Cam. I think the Cam's invalidated their time, and so is Lights as well, actually, because both drivers looks like have set the time Let's hit the like and subscribe button, says ALR Esports. Absolutely. Let's see if we can get to that magical 650 then. That'll be fantastic stuff indeed. And I'll get a cookie as well if that happens. And so, yes, indeed, then. We've got to make sure that you feed my really bad habit of eating. As German there just escaping off the runoff area then. They're coming into the pits now. But German is fast, as I said. And that will, I don't think German's on a pole position this season, you know. Let me have a quick gander down the pole position chart. Said no, German is not in a pole position yet this season. So can German get his first pole position of the season? And I think of his career. German has had a few. Then of course the former world champion has there. What was I saying? I was just trying to think of someone with a lot of hits, Sean. Don't read too much into it, says Sirius Mushroom. I never would, Mushroom. I never would. To be honest, actually, I don't really know who's got a lot of hits. Mariah Carey probably has a lot of hits, especially around Christmas time. As has the other guy that seems to come out of nowhere usually around Christmas, and that's Michael Bolton as well. No idea what. I think he's just a Christmas singer, isn't he? Do they even exist, Christmas singers? Potentially. I know carols do, or carolers do. Into the pits comes Cam as well, but I will not be going outside doing any carols because it's living cold outside. Cam into the pits has not set a time yet, and so it's going to be very much pressure on the McLaren driver to set a time on his final run. Same with lights as well, then, as the track is descended into silence with all drivers currently in the pit lane, changing tyres, going to refuel the cars. You cannot refuel the cars on the pit apron, on the pit lane. You have to be in the garages to refuel these days there, of course, as it is safety and all that kind of jazz indeed. That and so we're up to 8 likes, fantastic stuff indeed then. So ALR Esports said very much drumming the bass then. Is it drumming the bass or drumming the drum? I think it is. Anyway, whatever. Out of the pits now comes Government shaking Stevens. Says Sirius Mushroom. Also, we got. Is that the guy that was saying the snow's falling all around me and all that kind of stuff? Is that the song, is it? Potentially, of course, we are quite close to Christmas. I hope you've all got your Christmas presents finished. Sadly, I haven't. I certainly, I probably should have done, to be fair. I've got some of it sorted, but I haven't got all of it sorted, to be fair. Banging the drum. Thank you very much for banging the drum. That is what I mean. Getting out on circle at the moment there. I'm trying to think of whoever else has like top hits, to be honest. It just shows how out of touch I am with music these days and all that kind of stuff. But I used to be quite a techno guy back in the early years, where I used to like Bass Hunter and things like that. But that was a bit more of my chavvy side, to be honest, there, with when I used to have white trainers and me trousers tucked into me socks and all that kind of jazz. Which to be honest, I still do, to be fair, because I don't like getting the bottom of my trousers dirty. So it's not really a fashion statement these days. It's more of the fact is that I don't like my bottom of my trousers getting scuffed. Perhaps I should probably buy trousers that are right length, but I'm quite an odd size, to be fair. I'm short and gumpy, which basically like I'm a dwarf, really. If you think of Happy out of the Seven Dwarfs, that's more like me, to be honest. Very much short and round. Across the line there comes German, and starting his lap now then, as it goes into turn number 1 on this circuit. Then this is the final lap now that German's going to be racing in 2024 on ALR Formula 1 anyway. And now dropping down the hill there is the former champion as well. Flies past us in car 6 there. Of course, car 6 then was quite synonymous around here back in 2016, where it was Nico Rosberg who clinched the championship when Lewis Hamilton intentionally slowed him down there, which is one of the most interesting races in that I have watched. And indeed, of course, I was a Hamilton fanboy back then. However, it's like the football, really, because I used to really dislike Gary Neville, but I absolutely like Gary Neville on punditry. So it just shows, doesn't it, really, how people, you change your perception there. Because I like Nico Rosberg as a pundit as well. I really do like him, because he certainly likes to annoy people as well, doesn't he, with some of his comments. It's great stuff. I absolutely enjoy it as well. Jacques Villeneuve, I'm not the biggest fan of Jacques Villeneuve, I must say, but I must admit, I also do like some of his opinions as well, albeit I think he's a bit too harsh on Daniel Ricciardo, but that might be in the Canadian Grand Prix. However, that's probably more of me liking Daniel Ricciardo, really, and perhaps Villeneuve has been absolutely fair for the criticism of Daniel Ricciardo, who has been linked with the Cadillac driver. as German coming across the line then and does not improve. So German there looked like he backed off there. I wonder if that was a bit of a scrappy lap there for German, and also taking out one of the brake markers there as the former champion. A bit of frustration potential for German. Here's Brabant. Brabant is 2/10 of a second up. That will pull him in on par with Markey in 5th position then. Serious pressure by about. Well, I would buy Bob, but I can't put my trousers up any higher because unfortunately I might split my difference. Out of the final turn there for Brabant. 3rd fastest there, and that is completely eclipsed my prediction of going 5th there for Brabant. He's on the 2nd row of the grid. He's on the racing line of the grid as well. He's in 3rd position there is Brabant. But let's not get too carried away, all you Alpine fans out there, which I'm sure there's many of them. Of course, we got to wait for the rest of the field then. I'm a butchered Cadillac again, am I? You know what? Oh, that's why I like Andretti more, because I can actually say their name. On board with Indigo, he's coming out of the hotel section, and Indigo is very much, since the start of this qualifying session, has been in a very fine vessel indeed then. And now out of turn 16 and locking up, I think, the inside tyre over the grid actions there, and Indigo goes 3rd fastest there for Indigo. 1/10 of a second improvement there, but not enough to displace Germany, who's currently on pole position. I'm surprised by that, because I thought that Indigo was going to go on pole position. He's got 1 minute and 20 seconds to get around, but he's already through the first sector there, but he's got a lot of harvesting to do as well. German there is on pole position for the first time of the season, but however, for German, he has still got 9 drivers there potentially charging hard in the background, and here's one of them who's been on pole position 6 times this season. Is Immortal then. 9 likes, keep it going, says Farf. Well, of course, Search Worship has liked on 3 devices. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. To be honest, I should probably do that as well, really, shouldn't I? But sadly, me other devices over there somewhere, and my laptop, I dare not touch it because it'll probably break. Watching Immortal in this final sector, and here comes Immortal now then, flicking into the final turn there for Immortal, into the final corner now for Immortal. Can he get on pole position for the 7th time this season? No! He is 100th of a second away from German. What a final sector that was, but it wasn't enough to displace German. He's currently on pole position for this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Marquis 2/10 of a second up. That put him into the 22s there. Now I feel that this could be deep into the 22 as well. Brabant is out of qualifying, sadly. He is going to be 5th today in the end there, but a great lap there from Brabant right at the end of the session. Checker flag has fallen then. Indigo, I think, has started his final lap then, so Indigo has another chance of pole position there. Marquis across the line stays 6th fastest there for Marquis. No, Indigo's in the pits, so I apologise. I think he missed the cut there. So Indigo stays 4th fast in the end, and Sam Swift Ninja on pole position by 4/10 of a second. The world champion is starting on pole position for only the 3rd time this season. Unless Menace Max, he's invalidated Menace Max. Menace Max is done and dusted. So is Immortal as well. What about Cam? What about Lightsen? Lightsen into the final few corners now. We come then, and now then is flicking it into 15, into 16 as well. Chappers, I think, has just gone into 7th fastest. Good stuff for Chappers, but he's now down to 8 because Lights is up into 4th. Not Cam have been taking this as well, but Lights a great final time there, and he's on the 2nd row of the grid there. But it's Sam Swift Ninja taking pole position for the 3rd time this season, and I think that how many pole positions he had in his career? Let me have a quick look, shall we? That's the 7th pole position of his career for Sam Swift Ninja. So good stuff indeed there for Sam Swift, and really, really good stuff indeed then. Sam Swift having a lovely in-lap. That is the final qualifying session of the season for gold. And my goodness me, that was a good end there to qualify. But Sam Swift Ninja there, throwing the gauntlet down there and aiming for his 11th win of the season then, of course. And he starts from pole position there, which is the best position to start on, unless, of course, it's Mexico, for example. Final classification then is just under 4/10 seconds between Sam Swift and German, who was on course to get his first pole position in a very long time. 3rd position was Immortal then, with Lights in 4th, Menace in 5th, and Indigo in 6th, Brabant 7th, Cam 8th, Chappers in 9th, and Markey completes the top 10 then. What a great qualifying that was. And now we roll on into the Grand Prix itself. Talking of Christmas, if you want to get yourself a present, then I suggest you go to the ALRshop.com then. Of course, link is in the description below, and of course, you can get a lovely jumper that's really good for this time of year because I've been freezing my coggles off, man, over the past couple of days. And absolutely, I think it's meant to get into double figures again tomorrow, so maybe get an ALR t-shirt then. This is practically summer tomorrow and Tuesday. But of course, if not, and you fancy some bit of wall art, why not go down to the link in the description below and get some 3D track prints of one of your favorite circuits. Maybe you may like Abu Dhabi. Personally, I wouldn't go for Abu Dhabi. I would probably go for Spa. I would probably go with Spa then, or maybe even Bathurst as well, as I'm starting to branch out and see a couple of other really cool circuits over the world. And Laguna Seca, I quite like as well with that corkscrew. Really cool stuff indeed then. Awesome lap, Sam says Equal said. So close to a 21. There we go. Good luck, Gold then. Watch out for the pit entry, says... Watch out for the pit entry, says Serious Mushroom as well then. I got a friend request, fantastic. Right, I don't get those often. Right here then, hard and medium tyres and for all the drivers out there. And Sam Swift Ninja, pole position then for the 7th time in his career, for the 3rd time this season. Of course, this race we start in twilight conditions and it'll be night time before you know it. German on the medium tyres there with a Malt on the medium tyres. Well, it's a short run down into turn 1. So Sam Swift Ninja may have pulled off a shrewd manoeuvre here because he will not have much pressure down into turn 1. But however, it'll be down these back straights where Sam Swift may have issues then. But of course, the DRS is not available to the end of the first lap. Lights in hot on hard tyres in 4th position with Menace in 5th also on hard tyres. Indigo down in 6th position there for Indigo. 7th position is Brabbit on the hard tyres. Cam, great qualifying in 8th position there. Hoping to finish off the season strong. Cam has had a pole position before in ALR, but unfortunately, since becoming a full-time driver, Cam has not lived up to his expectations, and my expectations as well, which I'm sure he doesn't care about. We have got Chappers on the medium tyres then. Hopefully for a good race here tonight for Chappers, and the same for Marquis as well in 10th position then. That is the top 10. 11th position is Metronav on the medium tyres with Legends in 12th position on the hard tyres. Boxstyle also on the hard tyres in 13th position there with Knowlesy on hards in 14th and Riley on the hard tyres in 15th position there. Tory in 16th position in the Ferrari on medium tyres. Hard tyres for Bessier. Then we got Jay Hings on the medium tyres there. Troy, who was unfortunately caught short after going for a number 2 and then unfortunately invalidating his lap just about there. And then we of course we had Toy Coin, who had a qualifying ban for being a very naughty coin then. And Toy Coin started 20th on the grid then. And look, Sam Swift Ninja's already on the grid now. Riley's lost. It's out of the race and already needs to get back in pronto here if he wants to take part there. Goodness gracious me. Equals, thank you very much for the £5 donation there. As that is going to go towards my lunch money tomorrow. Sam Swift Ninja has been waiting on the grid for a very long time here. And now then the lights come on then. 5 lights are on then, and here we go then. And for the final time in season 11, it is lights out, and it's go, go, go. It's a short run down into turn 1 then, and already the Aston Martin German tried to defend off Sam Swift Ninja, then locking up the inside tyre. And the second Aston Martin then is fighting alongside Morton, because lights is on the medium tyres, of course, but at the moment it's all static, apart from Tory, who's gone up 3 positions already. Boxhouse dropped down there 1 position there, but it's on all static up until 12th position. Having said that, then we've got a spinner, and who's that? That's one of the it's Metron off in the Red Bull, and sorry, the RB, and also we got Cam off as well. Cam is off there, somehow. Oh dear, what's happening? Must have been nerfed off there. Bravo and Cam have both come off the circuit there, and Bravo's got no wing. It's a horror show start for Bravo and Cam. Bravo's got sadly no wing at all then. And I say it was static then. It was static up until turn 4. And all of a sudden it was all anarchy. Tories up 8 positions, thank goodness gracious me. The Ferrari drivers come through the field like a hot knife through butter. One incredible start then for Tory on board the Ferrari driver now, Jay Hings, and Troy now up 7 positions as well. He's up into 12th for Troy. Fantastic start here tonight. Wow, incredible stuff indeed then. But sadly though, on the final race start of the season, then Brabbitt's got some damage, and Cam is right at the back of the field, and Riley is not in his car at the moment, and Metron have also dropped him down the order as well. well. So it's a nightmare start for 5 or 6 drivers out there at the moment. Sam Swift Ninja then is not out of DRS range just yet then, and will now be coming under attack then from the medium shot tyres of German and Immortal. Lights, I think, is on the hard tyres actually. So I think I was telling absolute porkies. I was. There he is, lights on the harder tyre. On board now with Troy into the pits. Comes Brabby. He had to come in the pits, damage to the car. And Cam is right down at the back of the field. Both McLarens are. I don't think Riley's got back in his car just yet. I think he joined the session that Riley has there, but that's not ideal at all. Big incident, says Coop. Then Gurney getting back on pace. Equals are saying, lights out. Not yet. Could be some bumping and banging tonight, and looking forward to this. Troy might be DQ'd for being underweight then. Oh goodness me, then it depends on how big he dropped, what his load dropped is and all that kind of stuff. Of course, if he dropped a big log or not, oh goodness me, that's not probably very PC. And German there is fighting with Sam Swift Ninja, but Sam Swift Ninja has just about kept that position. We've got the 2 Red Bulls fighting now. That's Legends and Boxstar. Boxstar almost hanging about stride. Look at the background there. That's the second half. So Van Vesser also fighting. Lock it up then, and goodness gracious me, it's all one of a time for here, gentlemen, then. My goodness me, I'm sure we're on the outside of someone action 100%, but that was more accident than anything else. But there we go. But that's the story of my life, to be honest. I'm a big accident. Out the final turn once again, and lap 3. And look at this, and German, look at your fast upset. They're all very quick. They're all quicker than Sam Swift behind him. But of course, Sam Swift is on the alternative strategy, as they call it in F2. But in Formula 1, it's just the hard tyre strategy to start off with. But the drivers on the medium tyres there would probably like to pass and get away from Sam Swift ASAP. That if they want any chance of winning this race. Having said that, though, they will go for an undercut, but Sam Swift, though, even in the I think it was Qatar, where I thought the undercut might have been powerful for the drivers who was chasing Sam Swift, it wasn't at all. He only lost one position, which I think was to Menace. Just as now we've got the DRS is really coming to effect now. Gertman takes the lead then, and yes, I am absolutely with you on this one, says Equals. Yes, it's great to see German back up there, and German is absolutely flying out there, isn't he? German is. He won a race earlier on this season, so there's no doubt that German has never lost his speed there, but I think it's been his consistency that's been the problem over the recent years. Sam Swift Ninja has lost out then to the Aston Martin, almost contact between the 2 cars. Yellow flag then for the McLaren in the back of the field of Cam. I believe Cam's final race of season 11 has not started off too well at all. Same for Brabble as well. Sam Swift Ninja then is now lost out to Lights, and then Lights is now the leading hard runner here. My word, that it's going to be a fun watching. We'll be back next season with a bang, says Equal. Said hopefully not literally, but having said that, I do love a couple of good incidents that really fires up the race, in my opinion. However, I'm not going to say that too loud because the admins and the stewards will be kicking me. Good job on sitting opposite them, because they'll probably be kicking me under the desk as well. German leads. Second position is on Mortal. Third position is Lights. Then we've got Swift Ninja in fourth position. Indigo right up there in fifth position there, followed by Menace in sixth. Seventh is Chappers. The top 7 are very much in DRS range of each other. And then it's Mark. He got a 2.5 second gap between himself and Chappers. And then is Tory, followed by Legends, Boxtel, Troy, Toy Coin. And now we've got some more overtaken. And here comes Immortal. Immortal takes the lead then. Of course, Immortal's already had a Grand Prix win this season, but we'd like to see, but I think that was more of a win than after the event, wasn't it, really? After a penalty was of course, a penalty, after race penalty was applied to the event to the race winner. Then, so we would like to see Immortal win. Like to see Immortal win live. There, that'd be quite cool to see that. Look at these cars. And Sam Swift is down into fifth position now. Is this now emergency stations for Sam Swift and on the harder tyre? Well, not yet. But I would have said that the Menace is now starting to catch up to the back of Sam Swift as well, which I think that next season it is going to be Sam Swift and Menace going head to head for the drivers' championship, I feel. And it's going to get very interesting indeed. That really good stuff. And Nat Williams is doing a great job, not saying which one that. But of course, we can assume that it's not Sam Swift Ninja there, because I know Sam Swift Ninja is normally doing a good job, but however, he's gone from pole position down to fifth in the opening 5 laps in this one there. So I don't think Sam Swift Ninja has envisioned this race to go this way, but maybe he has it, because he is a double world champion, and on the harder tyre, he might have had to lose lost positions on the opening couple of laps then to have short-term pain for long-term gain then in that Williams car potentially then. But that might be what he's thinking of. Chaps needs this to stay in silver. Coupe is safe then. No Equals that you haven't you learned nothing as I just watching then as we got a legend and look at this more locking up then and look at this we had a lot of action down in this chicane now on Wednesday, didn't we? A lot of action indeed. Probably a bit too much action for more like it. As oh goodness me, who's that? That's a Ferrari Tory who was up to 8th, I think, at one stage, but it's dropping down the order now, Tory, sadly. And I wonder if that's just the relentless pace then of a gold, or did Tory make a mistake then? I think the Tory might have made a mistake somewhere because Tory can normally hang very easily with the gold drivers. And on board with Sam Swift Ninja, the double world champion, I should say, as I correct myself then. Sam Swift Ninja going into the bridge now, and you can see, look at the sparks, look at all these drivers, and they're harvesting then, of course, so we can tell that because the rear rain lights is flashing on the back of these cars out. Look at the background. It is Chappers there who is keeping a very watchful eye on the proceedings of the top 6 at the moment. Then there's Marquis, then there's that Legends there. There's a gap of 3 seconds then between 7th and 8th position, which is going to be very difficult to make up without DRS then, but it's not impossible, but it is going to be difficult. I wonder if Marquis may have to rinse some of that ERS deployment to get themselves back into the action zone potentially. But however, he's already got a lot of action, hasn't he, in the form of the pressure behind him. German then is on the inside, then Sam Swift Ninja having a sniff, but nothing more than that. But now he'll have DRS. Now he'll have DRS then, and you can see though, he just keeps dropping back at the moment, can he there? Is Sam Swift. I wonder if he's got a bit more rear wing, a bit more downforce there on that car. Legend is through. Toy Coin is also through as well. Goodness gracious, contact there between the Red Bull and Toy Coin. Goodness me, that was lucky that was an airplane crash there. But Toy Coin is now into 10th position. Boggs down 11th. 12th position is Troy. I wonder if the medium tires are already going off here because it looks like the harder runners are now starting. And look at Bogstow, magnificent there on the inside. What a manoeuvre! I would have said that might have been the overtake of the season there, but sadly the water already happened there. But Bogstow, what a manoeuvre! He just squeezed on the inside there, and a great overtake manoeuvre indeed there. I don't think Toy Coin expected that, did he? Fantastic stuff indeed. He was just so close to the barrier and Toy Coin's car. How did he get it in there? It's incredible stuff indeed there. Fantastic. Riley has joined the session now, but sadly he's 7 seconds down the road from anywhere else, and Riley's kind of in no man's land here, sadly. That is such a shame that his bad luck streak could end on this finale then. It would only would have taken a 22 race to that qual said. Don't let him see that comment. You won't hear the end of it then. Just watching Lights who leads the way with second Immortal. Third is Indigo now, who's made his way up very tightly. He had pace in qualifying, didn't he? I don't think he maximised his potential in qualifying. Indigo didn't, but now in the race trim, this is where it's important now, because that's where the points come in. German's dropped down into 6th now. I wonder if German's cooked his medium tyres, which is not ideal, is it then? It is why I've never made Q3 short. I was, it was scaring me, says Equals. Oh my word, then it's Q3 scares me at the same time as well. At least you wasn't being lazy like me. Contact then between the two cars of Sam Swift Ninja. Sam Swift Ninja on the outside then. Look, there he is, and I'm trying to find Sam Swift. There he is. Goodness me, that's terrible directorship. So just watching. He's going for it. Look, but no, not quite then. As Sam Swift thinks better of it in this stage of the Grand Prix. German is 6 back then. You can see that car looked like that was oversteering and understeering there, almost like the 2014 Ferrari. Goodness me, that's going to be a handful there for German at the moment there, but dropping back on this top 6 shootout, or top 7, because I did actually class champions. I could potentially become a top 5 at the moment there, because German is struggling at the moment, it feels like, anyway, unless he's just harvested and dropping back ever so slightly. Sam Swift Ninja is all over the back of Indigo at the moment, and he's all over him to go like a rash at the moment. We're on board there as goodness me, and Sam Swift got up the inside, takes third position there, does the former pole sitter, and now is back on the podium as well. In front of him is Indigo, is Immortal and Lights who hasn't won a race since, goodness gracious me, may have been season 5. Now going down into the chicane there comes Immortal, but no dice at the moment. Look at them all, goodness gracious me, it's like musical chairs out there. It's incredible. They're swapping positions left, right and centre. My goodness gracious me. on board now with Immortal going on the outside, and he is on the outside of Lights, and he broke so much deeper, but Immortal on the outside, incredible, he has done it, and now penalty, that's our first penalty of the race, good stuff actually, only lap 8, with only one driver getting a penalty, fantastic. Toy Coin from the back of grid up in 10th position, covering the field quite nicely indeed. But Immortal now takes the lead. That he needs to rocket away from here. But the problem is, though, because there's two DRS zones down those two back straights, it is really difficult to get out of DRS range, isn't it? And there's the Ferrari. I'm going to sniff it, but Indigo is not going to release that full position at this moment. There, on board once again with the double world champion, all of the gearbox is going to be a rewind, is it, of what we've seen on the Mercedes back last lap. No, it isn't, because now Sam Swift goes on the outside, but Lights just parks it in front of the Williams driver. As we come down the back straight once again, both McLaren's having a horror show final race, and basically it's just what their whole season 12 has been, 11 has been like in ALR. It's been a very difficult season there. Look at this then, and goodness gracious me, and they've got through that chicane incredibly well, and now as Lights got 3-second penalty, and now this is going to be a 3-4 car battle, is it? Sam Swift Ninja takes the lead, or does he, because Lights is going to be on the inside as well, and I think it is Sam Swift Ninja's lead, and he's on the outside, but Lights goes on the inside. Sam Swift Ninja now does have the inside to the very fast right-hander, they're going side by side, then wheel to wheel, and Sam Swift Ninja takes the lead of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, forces Lights out wide. Lights has come back on, there's a big clump there, there's a big crash there, and Sam Swift Ninja has been hit quite heavily by Lights then. Oh my word. And I think that Lights, that is similar to the Hamilton and Maldonado incident from Valencia 2012. I think that potentially Lights should have eased off the throttle there rather than storming into the side of Sam Swift Ninja. That is my take on it anyway. Where is Lights? Lights is down in 40 position, and Lights is out of the Grand Prix, and there's a Ferrari also in the pits as well, as Lights out of the race, and furious there, Lights is there. I think that Lights is not happy about that one whatsoever. Lights then unfortunately was looking forward to this final race, but unfortunately Lights' final race has ended in disappointment. And out of the Grand Prix, and just as we're just on board now with Sam Swift Ninja, then having a look at Menace there, but I think wait until the next DRS then, as and next DRS there. What a move from Sam, says Farfed. Just watching now, Sam now going to retake the lead. He has retaken the lead there. Menace has got no DRS there, which is very painful when you haven't got DRS down there, because you can be a sitting duck then. So, we're back up to a 6-car shootout now for the Grand Prix. For the Grand Prix here. A proper Farf move, said Serious Russia. Well, I think, to be honest, Farf is probably one of the better overtakers in ALR. But I must say, some of Farf's moves are very ballsy indeed, isn't it? Goodness gracious me. Torres got a 3-second penalty. Only the second driver to get a penalty tonight. And good stuff indeed then. Chappers on the edge of DRS range, says Equals. That was a few laps ago. Before the incident, into the pits comes Indigo after 10 laps. So Indigo is going for an undercut potential. Or has he got damage from that fracas on the last lap potentially? Well, Indigo there, I don't think he has, to be honest. I think it's a strategy. It is strategy there for Indigo. And now coming out of the pits now in the Mercedes on the harder tyre, that should get him through to the end of the race. And we're coming out to half distance in about 4 laps time. But Indigo is triggering the pit stops here. No one else has reacted to Indigo, but I think that Indigo is in the best place there to very much go for an undercut, because he was very much behind the gaggle of drivers here, wasn't he? So he could come in and go for the undercut, and he's certainly doing that now. Gee, Sean, what did Farf get you for Christmas? To be honest, we all know that if I'm bribed, then I say very nice things about people. Just watching Barkey, who is lost out to Toycon, but Toycon, remember, does have that 3-second penalty. Here comes Boxtel, as it's round 2, 3, 4, 5, and similar to Sam Swift on the inside there. Or was it Sam Swift? I don't know. Now, but anyway, nevertheless, another great manoeuvre. And my goodness me, that separates the good from the great there, because I was certainly really wouldn't even try going down the inside there. But look, Boxed Out almost off the circuit there, and Legends trying to go on the inside there. Goodness me, there's no team orders in Red Bull on this instance. Anyway, goodness me, between Lights and Boxed Out back into 8th position there. Look who's in the background now. Nosey has made his way in 10th position there, very much under the radar is Nosey. A strong end of season for Nosey. Toy Coin's got no penalty. Chappers and Gurman react to Indigo coming in the pits there. So the question is, can the hard tires go for can the hard tires fire up and really go for the undercut here? Let's find out, because I think that Gurman is coming out of the pit side. Where's Indigo? Yes, Indigo's done it, because there's a unique pit exit here. They go under the turn 1 and at the exit of turn 3, I think it is. And yes, indeed, or turn 2, I should say that. And they are out in front there. Gurman is about, that's 2 seconds away. That is 2 seconds away then from Indigo. So that is brilliant there for Indigo. And he is now going to he's out of DRS range, and also he's got a lovely bit of free air now. Sam Swift Ninja then, who is still under the cosh here from Menace. Immortal has stayed out. I wonder if that was a mistake by Immortal. Immortal should have should have come to the pits, and when his direct rivals of Indigo, Chappers and Gurman came to the pits, Boxtel's got a 3-second penalty, but that was Farf's fault, because Farf said that this is the old Boxtel back then. So sadly, Farf gave Boxtel the commentator's curse then. Now is Immortal going to come to the pits? No, he stays out then, does Immortal. Can he go on the soft tyres, do you reckon, to the end of the race? I don't think he can. He'll have to go at least to like lap 20, maybe even later than that. Maybe 21 or 22 actually, and even then the soft tyres are not going to go very well for you, are they? Taking long breaks with this lot ain't ever good, but Boxtel's doing good, says Equals. Yeah, because if you do take long breaks around here, long breaks in the Grand Prix scene, then you're basically going to be on the back foot, and you for such a long period of time. Then you just see the likes of Gurman, who used to be the head and shoulders of ALR. I think took a sabbatical, didn't he? It's season 7 or 8, and I think he's been trying to catch up ever since. Gurman has had flashes of brilliance there, but I don't think the Gurman's ever returned back to his peak form. My word, there's 3 abreast here, going down into the chicane, and Markey is Boxtel forces his way through. No, he don't. He's off the circuit. And my goodness me. And oh dear. Maybe do you think that Markey or Boxtel should have backed out of that one potentially? Well, sadly for Boxtel, and he comes back on right in front of Indigo here. So Indigo should be able to get past him because of the speed difference here. Here comes Indigo before the DRS range as well. He didn't even get DRS because he wasn't in the facility of any DRS. But Boxtel dropped him down the order, and I think the Boxtel is going to be feeling a bit aggrieved by that, isn't he? On board with Knowlesy, then Toy Coin's got a 3-second penalty. We've seen someone else get a 3-second penalty as well. That's Toy Coin's 3rd 3-second penalty, I'm sure, at the moment. And goodness gracious me. Please don't mention any names in the chat. The curse is real. And as Serious Russia is very unhappy with Farf at the moment, and absolutely disgraceful stuff. Cross is also disgusted by Farf's behaviour. Just watching Knowlesy, who's now into 6th position, and is all over the gearbox of Legends and Marquee then. My goodness gracious me. Menace leads the way with Samson to take the yellow flag. It's what's happened. It's one of the it's Jay Hings who's off the circuit. He looks like he's lost an end plate there from that very long camera shot here. But Jay Hings has had an issue at the forward turn, and he has lost an end plate. That's a lot of damage for Jay Hings as well. Lap 14, and Jay Hings he was probably coming in the pits anyway, but so that might be the only saving grace set for Jay Hings. But sad as Toy Coin has left the session there, who's now into a superb third position. That's going to be costly for Toy Coin. He does have a 9-second penalty, does Toy Coin. But even so, though, without safety cars, I don't think... Well, did we get a safety car on one? Yeah, we did, didn't we? So the safety cars can be... What's happened? Boxtel is crawling here, so unfortunately, Boxtel, it is Farf's fault, because Farf was saying that of course, this is a return of the old Boxtel, and sadly, as soon as you say anything in the comment section, it all just goes downhill. So unfortunately for Boxtel, it has got completely peaked on. The other Red Bull, by the way, something third, fantastic. Knowlesy still hasn't got past Markey yet, though, and that is going to cause him great concern here. Vestiaire is only 5 seconds adrift. These top 7 cars have not pitted yet. The highest runner that has pitted is Indigo, who is in 8th position there. But Immortal, unbeknownst to me, has come out in ninth position, has come out in front of German and Chapper. So that is the crucial part of this race then. And look at this, that is Indigo's got 2.5 second advantage, but goodness me, Indigo and Vesser are fighting, hammer and tongs here, boxed out of the Grand Prix, and up the inside goes Indigo. Bit of contact there between Vesser and Indigo, but he has got the job done. He needed to get the job done because look, the gap is already down to almost by a half a second then in that first sector alone then. So Indigo is potentially could be taking the lead of this race in the not too distant future. And up in the 7th position now does go Indigo. Vesser just dropping back then, and there is a Mortal trying to keep up, trying to keep German at bay here. He may have DRS down this second back straight here. Yellow flag is for the boxed out of the race, and Markey is back up into 3rd now. Legend, so it's not having any of it. Then remember, Legend is a 10th of an overtake around his teammate around this part of the circuit earlier on this race, which is very ballsy indeed. That 150 subscribers, yes indeed, then that means that I should be able to get a chocolate cookie now. Fantastic. We have also got Williams looking good for a great point set. Who mushy, says Equal said, as I think that Equal is trying to gold Serious Russia into making the comment. Sam Swift leads by 4/10 of a second there from Menace. Markey in 3rd, Legends 4th, Knowlesy in 5th, Toy Coin not in the race at the moment, is in 6th position, Indigo 7th. Then we've got Vessier, who is now been overtaken on the outside here. Yes, the says contact Vessier, then almost off the circuit. Let's go German and Chappers. Are they going to have to give that back that position then? I don't think they are actually. I thought the German might have had to give that position back because he was off the circuit when he overtook Vessier. But Vessier was going quite slow. Well, I say slow, he wasn't going slow, he was half spinning, wasn't he? German in 9th position. And yeah, there he is. So there it is. And German has been given a 10-second penalty for a corner cut. But so I'm wondering then he might be able to appeal that to the stewards because technically Vessier was half spinning and had to go off the circuit, didn't he? Vessier was half spinning and German did have to go off the circuit to avoid an incident. But of course the stewards will get the point of view from German's cockpit to see if he could have stayed on the circle or not. Then, so that's a bit contentious there at the final stage of this Grand Prix. Just watching at Knowlesy, and he's doing a great job in 5th position, is Knowlesy. But unfortunately for Knowlesy, he's going to be very frustrated, kind of a very frustrated figure here because of he is still stuck behind this gaggle of cars. And however, Vestier has had an issue into the pits, and that's our first scheduled stop for the hard runners. And Legends got a 3-second penalty. Of course, Serious Russian mentioned that as well. Of course, you have to be careful coming in the pits because you do get a penalty, and I think Vestier's got the same penalty as well. Then, so it's a bit harsh, so they might be able to get those penalties removed then for coming in the pit lane potentially. Indigo in 4th. 5th is Immortal, but the gap is about 2.3 seconds now. German and Chappers are still relatively close behind them. Toy Coin is not in the car. He left the session, and this is a golden opportunity now for someone to really make hay whilst the sun is not shining for Toy Coin. And Troy might be able to make up some ground here. No penalties for Troy. 5 laps on the hard tyres as well. Metronav and Cam. And look at this. We got a lot of overtaking here as we have got Tory then in 11th position, Legend in 12th, and we've got Metronav in 13th, with Cam in 14th, and now 14th is now Markey, with Cam dropping down into 15th position, sadly for Cam, so it's not going at all well for the second McLaren driver, and oh my goodness me, what is that going on down there? And it is Markey and Metronav very much rubbing wheels here, goodness gracious me. Markey's just come out of the pits, hasn't he, of course, Legends has as well, so this is a crucial part of the Grand Prix, this one is, and Lewis, I think, is Lewis in the car. Yes, he is. Good, somebody did, because he did lose connection, didn't he? Into the pits comes Menace Max. So Menace Max into the pits. Sam Swift Ninja has stayed out for that extra lap then. So this could be crucial. We know out, and Tori's got a 3-second penalty, sadly. And unfortunately, that's a slam dunk then. Ferrari have serviced that car. Is that the final time that Ferrari are going to service a car this season then, potentially, because Tori's done 7 laps on the hard tyre as well. So the pit stops, that should be the last pit stop, or scheduled pit stop anyway, for the Ferrari team there. Wow, Sean just throwing accusations out tonight willy-nilly. Absolutely. It's the last race of the season there, of course. I like to point the finger. Indigo now in second position there. Nosey in third position, dropped down into third. Someone's had an issue. It is one of the McLarens, and I think it's Riley that's crawling out there. That's I say crawling. He's not crawling at all. I think he's recovering now. As now we just got Tory on the back of Markey, but Markey is on very fresh, hard tires. And down the back straight is Markey. But we're going to keep an eye on this battle. So Indigo's only 12 seconds away from Sam Swift Ninja, so he's going to take the lead. Nosey in a superb third position now. But he, like Sam Swift Ninja and like Cam, have not pitted for new tyres just yet. Then, so of course they've all got to come in the pits again. Then Nosey they're running wide then, and of course I same line. No, it wasn't Nosey, it was Indigo. I apologise. Into the pits there comes Nosey now. Also to the pits is Sam Swift Ninja then. So there is Sam Swift Ninja getting service as well for the double world champion. Is that his final stop of the season? I think it is there for the double world champion. And out of the pits he now comes. And Equals top two banning for DRS then. That was probably 2 laps ago because I was not reading the comments very quickly. And now out of the pits comes Sam Swift in 6th position. The Menace is already through. There's Menace. There's Sam Swift. My goodness me, it's very close indeed. That I didn't think it'd be that close, but it might be because, I don't know, to be fair, because the medium tyres probably should not take that long to warm up. Novelty's come out in 13th position there and is in prime time to maybe get some points as well for the Alpine team. The other Alpine of Brabant trying to recover in this race after having wing damage on the opening lap with himself and Cam dropping down the order quite considerably. And Menace is lost out to Sam Swift, but Menace should have DRS now on this second straight and might be able to recover that position there, but Sam Swift is absolutely rocketed away. Indigo leads, but Immortal and German have homed in on Indigo, hand over fist in this last lap or two. Goodness gracious me, what has happened to Indigo? Has Indigo made a mistake somewhere? Because look, there's now a Mercedes 1-2, but I feel that Indigo may be struggling a bit here. Almost like my voice as well, goodness gracious me. Sam on Percy Strat then, says Equals. Sam and Alex waited too long, says Serious Merchant to come into the pits. And so Sam Swift Ninja in a 5th position there with Nosey all the way in 13th position as well. They got 10 laps and on the medium tyres. I should easily get into the end, but Serious Merchant, I think you're right then. I think that they probably should come in the pits on the same lap as Menace. Having said that though, Sam is back into 5th position with Menace now down into 6th. And of course, but Serious Merchant did say that Sam Swift is going to be quick though, which to be fair, he's always quick, isn't he? Sam Swift is the double world champion, but my goodness me, he is going to be swift as well. Surprised how close that was, says Equals. I was surprised as well because I thought that Menace would have had a second advantage. Here comes Immortal, takes the lead then in Abu Dhabi, and Immortal has got a couple of laps younger tyres, 3 laps younger tyres than Indigo, which is crucial I think in this one because of course I think that the tyre strategy may limit Indigo's performance at the moment. Maybe, I do not know though. As the government having a sniff there, but nothing more than that. Then as Indigo right on the gearbox of teammate Immortal at the moment. There, they do know that there's going to be 2 very quick customers in the form of Sam Swift Ninja and the form of Menace. And with 10 laps to go, Indigo there pushing as hard as he dares there on the outside curve there. I thought that the car was going that spin there for Indigo, but he is pushing, isn't he? Is Indigo then? And now currently in a second position there. But Sam Swift and Menace, I'm expecting those drivers to catch up to the back of this, back of Chavez, which they already done so, and then also catch up to the back of this trio of cars there. Sam Swift has set the pass on the race, and Sam Swift, and look at that then, with Chappers also a part of the Williams crew. This is a great race, by the way, for Chappers. Fantastic stuff indeed then. And now Chappers, I think, is going to become a bit of a mobile chicane ever so slightly for probably about only a corner or two, because the medium tyres is absolutely flying out there at the moment there. But yes, this is going to help. Sam Swift ever so slightly, but I haven't said that. Now there's a DRS, and there's also Chapper's getting a bit of what's he getting? I have no idea. Getting a bit of harvesting on the go. And Menace back out to 5th position there. Look at the tyre smoke there. I hope they sorted out. Nosey is now on the higher echelons of the points there. He's in 11th position at the moment. And now we've also got Legends and Markey and Troy fighting for position as well. Jay Hings out of the Grand Prix. That's our third return retirement in the final race of the season. As so that is 3 retirements in this one there. No incidents as such. Sadly they've just had issues with their cars and are out of the Grand Prix. On board then with German, who as you said already earlier on this programming, German has been absolutely fine. Vettel, hasn't he? Very good stuff indeed then for German then. What we got then? Hard runners need to work together to ward off the medium runners, says Luke Chapman. Says Luke, I should say that. Of course, Luke. So as you can see in Luke, what Luke means by that is Sam Swift and Menace are coming at him hand over fist now. And I'm wondering if these hard runners may even think about starting to work together. But Immortal leads. Indigo second. German in third position at the moment then. They are the podium runners at the moment, but I don't think they'll be the podium runners for long then. And oh my goodness me! As that kicked Sauber. Good job they ghosted there, but that kicked Sauber. Sam Swift, that spooked Sam Swift Ninja. Luckily that car ghosted, otherwise that would have been an airplane crash and Sam Swift Ninja would have been out of the Grand Prix. I'm sure that's happened before, you know, in ALR. My word. Position set for Farfetch. There they are on the screen as well. By the way, I read that already, but I just wanted to think that Far to think I was ahead of the curve, which is never the case then. Oh goodness gracious me. Safety car says that. Go chaps, just got to stay in DRS then. I mean Williams. I'll let that slip. That says Equals just on board with as Indigo and German are swapping positions then. Whilst I was reading the comments, there they are. There's the Williams of Sam Swift in the background, and the gap is 1.4 seconds out between Sam Swift and Menace Max, and just on board with Indigo once again in the Mercedes. Just going into the hotel section once again, and my goodness gracious me, they're on the position. And Troy's up 10 positions. Great qualifying for Troy. A great race for Troy. A horrible qualifying for Troy. Toy Coin would have been up. Been up higher than that, but because of a connection issue and a car issue as well, Toy Coin is currently out of the Grand Prix, sadly, and that's such a shame there for Toy Coin. Knowles has got a 3-second penalty. Is that going to be costly in his quest for points here tonight then? But it's been a good drive for Knowles. He up 4 positions as well, from 14th on the grid to 10th at the moment. And 2 Mercedes once again locking with. Look at that! And there is Sam Swift Ninja now. And goodness gracious me, Champers got a 12-second advantage over Marquis. So I think the Champers should be relatively safe and could pick up any pieces that may start to incur. Oh, and there's one of them already. It's German then, and luckily Sam Swift Ninja having a very lucky escape again there. Of course, he almost had a humongous collision there with the Sauber, and now German goes as well. Otherwise, Sam Swift would have lost his nose cone. And look at Menace Max there, taking Indigo, and on the inside of German, not quite that. I wonder if German and Indigo came together at the chicane there, and that has costed Indigo a few positions there. And German's still in third position, and it's going to get tasty. Equan saying it absolutely is, and this is already tasty, isn't it? Legends there, and still in a great battle for 7th position at this moment in time there. Let's go back to the tyre strategy, shall we? Because I think that the tyres is going to be the limiting factor in this Grand Prix. Troy Jordan, even if he is last, says Menace. No, says Serious Mission. I apologise. Goodness gracious me. And here we go. As Menace now in a 4th position. Sam Swift Ninja has only taken about 5 laps to get back to the front anyway. I thought it would have been a bit longer than that, but absolutely superb stuff indeed there for Sam Swift Ninja then. And now on to the back straight, we'll have DRS, fresher tyres, maybe even a bit of deployment there from the electrical energy. DRS and right on the money now, though, but he's turned it off there, Sam Swift has there. And I think that Sam Swift does not want to overtake in this first DRS detection. He wants to overtake in the second one. Menace doesn't need to worry about that because he will get the DRS off the back of Sam Swift this time there. But my goodness me, that's very good thinking there for Sam Swift Ninja, isn't there? Very much not only is he a swift driver, he's also a thinking driver and takes the lead, Sam Swift Ninja. And goodness gracious me, it's going to be very difficult to bet against the double world champion now and taking his 11th Grand Prix win of his season in a 23 race season for gold. Absolutely fine stuff indeed that. Remember, Sam Swift and Percy, Percy's got like 9 wins or something, 8 wins, and then Sam Swift's got 11 in the end. It's an incredible title battle between those two drivers. Fantastic stuff indeed. An exquisite display of motor racing on display, says Coop. Absolutely. Mainly because Farf's not racing as well. It's absolutely brilliant stuff indeed there. Of course, I'm throwing shade on Farf, but I haven't said that. Farf won the Grand Prix on Wednesday. What did I do? Came 13th, and even though technically I should have been 9th, because 5 did get disqualified, and something else happened as well, which I did go tonight. But sadly, though, the stewards disagreed with me, which I was absolutely devastated by. And also because the fact is, I kept getting penalties for going wide the Latifi corner, which I also think injustice as well then. But nonetheless, anyway, enough about me moaning about my career or very lackluster Formula 1 career. Let's get back on to the drivers that really matter. Sam Swift Ninja then is just harvesting down this back straight then. And look at these top 5. Once again, Indigo is just about keeping in DRS range there of these top 4 cars. There he is in the background, but he's just dropped out now. Indigo as a struggling for pace is Indigo. As Marquis and Troy are having an almighty scrap for that 7th and 8th position. It's been a great battle indeed that Troy has got 13 lap tyres on. Marquis only got 8 laps, but remember Marquis medium tyres may start to struggle then towards the end of the stint. Motor is very much keeping that Sam Swift Ninja on his toes at the moment. Indigo is out of DRS range of the top 4 now, so the top 5 has now become the top 4. Driver of the day votes out. Chappers, Indigo, Troy, and Immortal is your driver of the day. So get your votes in, ladies and gentlemen. I've already got 6 votes in already. 50% Chappers and 33% Troy, 17% Indigo at the moment. I had no penalties, laugh out loud as well. Go on, Williams guy. I can't mention it. I came third, Sean. I'm number 1. I had no penalties. Laugh out loud. I had no penalties without cloak hack. Serious Russian. Absolutely. You came 5th, Mushroom. Sadly, if Mushroom came 3rd, we still wouldn't have been 4th in the construction, so never mind about that. I think we finished, I'm sure we finished 6th or 5th in the construction then. We did beat Kiki's RB, as we did our bit of a rivalry between us and the RB team, mainly because Kiki was in our party when we was racing. So, yes, so that's my claim to fame then for this season anyway, that we beat Kiki's RB team in 100% there. And there comes Immortal, not quite an Immortal, it's just a bit too far back at the moment. Menace in 3rd position, German is in 4th then, so German needs to gap Indigo by another 1.5 seconds if he wants to finish in 4th position. So German does have penalties out there. Let's take a look at the penalties as we reach a crescendo of this Grand Prix. German has a 10-second penalty, of course, not a 3-second penalty. I'm speaking absolute boulder dash. So German does have that 10-second penalty, but that might be rescinded if he gets his footage in. And whoa, my goodness me! I thought Immortal was off to Dubai then. Of course, also if the stewards agree as well, if that 10-second penalty is justified or not. Lap 27 out of 29 here then. The final 3 laps then of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix here tonight. I'm just looking. Toy Coin sadly out of the Grand Prix, so we only got 16 runners and riders left in this one. Lap 27 then, as it is going to be a showdown then, and just like the whole of the season, it's going to be such a close finish here in Abu Dhabi then, and Immortal is looking, so's Menace, so's German as well. This top 4 is going to get very fruity, I think, then in the final stage. Then Cam has got a penalty as him and Brabant are fighting for position. As into the pits comes Cam actually, and so that penalty will also be rescinded as well. But I don't think, well, Cam might be able to get that penalty rescinded there, but sadly I don't think he's going to end up giving him any points at this stage of proceedings. And this battle here between Marquis, Troy, and Legends is still rumbling on. Then there's Nosey, who's got a 3-second penalty, but it's Troy there having a handful of luck there. Goodness gracious me! Malta has O'Reilly hacks there as just watching Legends, and he's all over the gearbox, and the Haas goes this way and that way, but Troy will not be deterred. Then down into turn 11, and Troy keeps his position. Keeps his position, and great stuff indeed. That Legends currently in at 9th position. Nolsey is now in the facility in 10th position as well. Second to last up of this very enthralling Grand Prix here in Abu Dhabi. The final race of 2024 for gold here tonight. Then before we roll on to season 12, where it's going to be a 16-round World Championship next season, I think, anyway. And of course, there'll be a lot more announcements to come about next season's races as well, and how they're going to be determined and all that kind of jazz. But yes, I think that the admins have been discussing no more than 20 races in future, with this 24-round season being one of the longest in ALR history. On the inside, and look at that, there's Menace there as well. A Menace there. Who's being a Menace there on Immortal? Whoa, I'm getting a snake on there, isn't he? And now Sam Swift Ninja trying to come back at him as well. And now it's going to be Immortal about DRS range. And Menace going on the outside. Menace on the outside. Is he going to outbreak Immortal? Yes, he is. But no, Immortal slings it in there and stays in the lead then. With Menace in second, Sam Swift in third position, German in fourth position. My goodness me, as I thought Sam Swift had damage on the Williams, but it was just the light in there. Oh my word. So we've got one more race, one more lap to go then. We've a lap 28 train on here. Immortal, Menace, Sam Swift, German, that is the top four. Indigo in fifth position. Chapper's great drive in sixth position. My drive of the day so far. Seventh position is Marquis. Troy in eighth position. Legends in ninth. Knowlesy also great drive in 10th position. Same with Metron half in 11th position. 12th, Toy. Riley in 13th. Vestia, Brabbit, and Cam. Retirements, Toy Coin, Hings, Boxtel, and Lights. All out to the Grand Prix at this moment in time then. Get your votes coming in then for drive of the day votes is Chapper's 40%, 30% for Indigo, 20% for Troy, and 10% for Immortal. I love that. That just looks so nice. Goodness me, that's my OCD coming through now, isn't it? Lovely stuff indeed then. Me and Sean at Haas next season, absolutely. We will be the Haases of ALR. Brochin Menace going up into the lead of the Grand Prix, and can Sam Swift make a move as well on the inside here? No, not quite then, but Menace, can he defend now from Immortal and Sam Swift with just a couple of corners to go of the season and of this Grand Prix as well. Riley's got a penalty. Here comes Immortal on the outside, and he takes the lead of Abu Dhabi with just a few corners to go. Can Menace come back up and under? No, he can't. And Immortal could potentially be on for his second Grand Prix win of the season. This has been one of his best seasons of his career. Toy Coin has been disqualified, but he's not in this race anyway. And goodness me, then, as coming through to the final couple of corners now as well. And Immortal is on the cusp to win his third Grand Prix win of the season. And here he comes, and this is the last corner. And Immortal wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, his third race win of his career, his second race win of the season. And Immortal, my word there, and that is a perfect end to what has been a brilliant season for Immortal. Absolutely fantastic stuff there. Hats off to Immortal, Grand Prix winner number 3 of his career, and maybe with the pace that Immortal's redisplayed this season, Immortal can be in the championship challenge next season, along with Menace Max, along with Sam Swift Ninja, and maybe a few others might give us a surprise as well. What an incredible race that was in the end. And Indigo did finish fifth in the end, I believe. But so we need just to keep our mind for that one there. We are definitely Haas's serious version. Go on, Chappers, great Immortal win. A nice Immortal. Wow, I'll take P4, says German. Of course, German does have a 10-second penalty, which might be rescinded at the end of this one. Because at the moment he would have finished 5th rather than 4th. But it depends on as Brabham gets the fast lap point for this one. As you can see then, there's the Mercedes of Immortal. Punch in the air with his third win of his career. Fantastic stuff indeed there. Chambers 42% of the driver of the day vote, and I absolutely do not disagree with that whatsoever. That's Chambers' second driver of the day vote of his season as well there. So good stuff indeed there for Chambers. And is that his best result of his career in ALR? Goodness gracious me, let me have a look. No, it's not. His best position is 5th for Chambers, but Chambers had strong end then to what has been a strong season there for Chambers, and good stuff indeed there. A strong end there for Immortal as well, who's now going to spray the bubbly alongside. So the top 3 in the championship finished the top 3 in Abu Dhabi, albeit they are reversed, don't they? With Immortal winning from Menace Max, then from Sam Swift Ninja. That is the hopefully that is the final classification then from that is the final classification then from the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Final race of ALR Gold season 11 in 2024. Immortal is third Grand Prix win of his career. Menace second. Third is Sam Swift. Fourth is Indigo. Fifth is German. Sixth is Chapper. Seventh is Marky. Eighth is Troy. Ninth is Legends. 10th is Knowlesy. 11th is Metronov. 12th is Troy. 13th is Riley. Brabbit fast lap. Vestia, Cam. retirements was J Hings, Boxstar, Lights, and Toy Coin all out of this Grand Prix, and I have got some guests in the comms box as well, which is very good stuff indeed. Hopefully you can both hear me. And Sam Swift Ninja, that is your, how many podiums you've had this season? 1 second. That is your 17th podium of this season then. But overall from this, let's talk about your season as a whole. You're the first double world champion ALR's had in a number of seasons, and also you're the first champion to win on 2 different games then. First question I got is, how different was this game from 2023 for you?
I don't know. The handling was atrocious at the start of the game. I didn't own keen of the handling on the start of this game. That's why I was struggling. Also, I didn't know that you could use overtaking, qualifying, etc. So at the start of the game, I was struggling, but I don't know. It's an okay game. It's not the best. It's obviously not the worst. There's F122 out there, which is, in my opinion, dreadful. But overall, on this game, it's an okay game. It's not the best. And the season, it's been an alright season. I know many people probably say that it's been a really good season, winning the title, etc. But I just know that there was a lot of races in this season where I bottled. I mean, including this one just now, as you've just seen, I bottled again. So yeah, because I know I could have won quite a lot of these races. So overall, the season, it's good that I've managed to win the title, but I know I could have improved a lot more this season, but I just haven't.
That's quite a very frightening prospect, knowing that you could have won more races this season. And sadly, the Drivers' Championship did kind of end on a damp squid in Mexico. But your rivalry of yourself and Percy, then, it was absolutely fantastic. Both of you guys were trading wins for most of the season. Then I think that by the time Percy left, it was about 8-9 wins between you both. How enjoyable is it to have a championship challenge that close going on for most of the season? And how disappointed were you that it kind of ended the way it did in Mexico?
Yeah, it was great. Obviously, Percy is probably the I don't know, the best or the quickest ALR driver that it's ever been. So it was a great fight for him for the entire season. And obviously, there was a part of me that was slightly happy because I knew I was getting a guaranteed title at that point after he left. But also there was quite a lot of me thinking that was just, it could have been a great battle to the end of the season the way it was going, because we was trading wins. I would get a win, and then the next race Percy would get a win. It would just keep on going like that. So probably would have been a title fight going into this race in Abu Dhabi if Percy would have stayed in. So it would have been really entertaining for everyone else to watch. So, but yeah, Percy based on his stats just alone, he's one of the best drivers. So to be able to beat him in 2 seasons straight now, it's been pretty good.
It's no mean feat at all. I got to say, you deserve to be champion if you're beating the likes of Percy and Menace, and of course also the likes of Boxstar as well towards the end of last season. How would you rank your championship win this season compared to last season? Is this the better championship, or did you prefer your first championship win last season?
Um, Honestly, if Percy was still in this season, there could have been a high chance that I didn't even win this title. So obviously, I think probably 23 starting the season off with 5 wins in the first 5 races was pretty good, especially when I had races where, like Bahrain, I went from last to first by the end of it. So probably 23 on F123 was probably a better season. I just got lucky on this season that Percy had to leave for obviously his reasons. That's the only reason why I've really won this title, because Percy was a title challenger. Probably could have won the title this season.
And looking forward to next season. I know you've only just finished this season, but the first question I got next season: are you going to be around for season 12? And if you are, do you think that you'll be able to become a 3-time champion, which would be the first 3-time champion in ALR history?
Um, yeah, I think I'll probably be able to do next season, and also Will I be a three-time? Probably not, because obviously in this last race you can see that I'm not the quickest um, at all by a country mile anymore, like I was on F123. So there's a high chance that Max could easily beat me. That there's AC, etc. There's Gernman if he's doing it, etc. There's a lot more people that are in the talk for the title now. So I wouldn't be don't be surprised if I don't win next season if I am doing it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And last but not least, then, what is your moment of the season for yourself? Then, what would you rank as like the best part of this season? Then, would it be Mexico win the championship? Would it be what would it be overall this season? What have you enjoyed the most?
Um, Obviously Mexico was good going from the back of the grid, without from wing at the start of the race, going from last to first to win the title. But there was also, I'd probably say, China winning the race by 15 seconds in the wet, and then probably I'd probably say Bahrain, because I was struggling so much at the start of this game. I had no pace whatsoever. So I seriously was expecting at best probably a few points finish. So I was surprised that I managed to go from the back of the grid to finish in second place. I'd probably say Bahrain.
Well
So
done,
that's
no one. Well done on your championship. Though. That's been superb, indeed. You're a double world champion, and your season stats speak for yourself, Ed. Because yeah, this is your 10th win and 17th podium, then 3 pole positions, 4 fast lap, and only 1 DNF in those 23 race starts as well. That's been brilliant stuff indeed. That I've absolutely enjoyed watching you this season, Sam Swift Ninja. You have been absolutely the cream of the crop this season. Fantastic.
yeah. Thank you.
And Menace said, you got, I think you got second today, and of course you also got second in the championship as well. But what today's race? Then, did you feel that potentially, if you came in the pits, maybe I don't know, a lap sooner, you might have had one more lap to maybe overtake a mortal, or do you think that would have stretched the medium tires a bit too long for today?
I don't really want to talk about me trying to come into the pits because I actually locked up. I didn't want to hit the inside curb because you get a couple of warnings. So I went in quite deep, and then I was running about 55 brake bias on those dead hards, and I just slid across the gap. So I had to carry on for another lap and then burn some battery to catch some back up. But yeah, not my finest bit of driving. I just need to cut stuff like that out for next season. But
Now
yeah,
that
it
makes a lot of
wasn't brilliant. But
sense.
I don't think they would have lasted anyway. I might have been able to get an undercut on Sam, who I was battling at the moment. Maybe get out of a second, but I think he probably could have pressed back in because it would have been close, and I would have caught the traffic. Same as basically the opposite of what Sam did. He caught the traffic, and I could close back in. And then it was just a three-way shootout in those last couple of laps to just race hard and race fair and go for it.
Now that makes a lot of sense because me and the commenters, was absolutely surprised by how close you and Sam Swift was at the pit exit because we thought that the undercut was quite powerful, especially on the medium tires. So that makes a lot of sense now. So that issue then coming in the pit lane, then maybe I'm going to rephrase my question then. So maybe not. Maybe if you didn't have that issue in the pit lane, you could have won your second Grand Prix win today potentially.
I mean, yeah, it was on the cards. It was on the cards anyway at the end there. Immortal just had too much overspeed with the DRS on that second straight, and the mediums were just a bit too slippery to go for any silly lunges at the end to try and race him. So yeah, it is what it is. But I'll take a second place going off into a little bit of a break, and I'll get practicing.
So this season has been your debut season, and you have won a Grand Prix, and you've had 6 pole positions as well. So it's very good preparation potentially to be challenging the man in the party with us tonight, then Sam Swift Ninja, maybe being his closest challenger for next season. Do you think that's a realistic target? Because maybe I'm putting you on a pedestal, but what do you think about that?
I'll give it a go. I'll give it my best shot. Um, I, yeah, I mean, Sam is very quick and very consistent over the full course of the calendar. There's a couple of obviously he does have some weaker tracks as well, but I have weaker tracks as well, so it's just one of them. If I can cut out a couple of the mistakes like Brazil, got a 10-second spin in the pit lane penalty, and then I did it the race after as well in Vegas. Just silly mistakes, missing the pit lane here. Qatar, I did try to two-stop, that just went terribly, and yeah, if I can just cut out silly mistakes like that. China at the start of the season where I dropped down to P7 because I went for a rogue strategy at the end and pitted. Yeah, if I can cut out the mistakes and keep it clean, I think we could see potentially a couple people joining the title fight as well. Immortal towards the end of the season there. Really quick over race trim as well. I know he's struggled with that slightly towards the start of the season. He's obviously I think he's got joint most poles with me this season or something. I don't know. But yeah, he's definitely come as a challenger towards the end of the season strong.
And what's same question I asked Sam Swift Ninja? What is your highlight of this season? Surely it's your Grand Prix win, isn't it? Or is it those pole positions? Because it does having being the quickest in qualifying is also something special as well. Then because it's such a unique talent to have. Then, so what's the highlight of your season for your first season in ALR?
I think it's got to be Belgium. getting that win after so long out of league racing, and I thought I wasn't going to be able to compete again in some leagues, and this is realistically the only league I really wanted to compete in, and yeah, switched over to wheel as well from controller, so it was a lot to learn, and I at the start of the season missed the first race for reserving because I didn't think I was going to be fast enough or consistent enough to finish races and things like that, but I'm happy that I definitely went for it and jumped back in because it's the best league.
I absolutely love to hear that, and we're glad that you're here as well because I think that you, Sam Swift, and as you said, Immortal, and I think I might even throw Gurman in there as well, and maybe Percy as well
Yeah.
if he does come back. There's so many there. Thank you very much, man. It's been a pleasure to watch you race this season. Been absolutely superb stuff, and congratulations on runner-up this season. Sam Swift Ninja is also a double world champion as well, and that is it for gold then for 2024. Then we'll be back in on the 12th of January then for the next racing gold. Then goodness gracious me then. Happy Christmas, happy New Year, all you gold fans out there. ALR is not finished though because tomorrow night then it is going to be silver and it's going to be a bit of a fiesta, isn't it? Tomorrow night as well. As not much is up for grabs said. Mercedes have been confirmed third in the Constructors' Championship with results tonight, so congratulations to them. And also I think the Joint Constructors has also not been won yet, so they might be won tomorrow. So that's where the Joint Constructors might be clinched is tomorrow. So very good stuff indeed then. And that is it then for gold tonight. Silver tomorrow night. And of course then bronze then I'm going to promote it because the championship is still very much up for grabs then. Kian versus Marsky. Marsky's got a 20-point deficit over Kian after only a second non-points finish of the season after that horror show in Qatar. What can Marsky do? Can he do anything to stop the freight train that is Kian? Or is Kian going to become the 8th world champion in bronze history? We'll find out on Tuesday night. But before then, it's silver tomorrow night. Goodbye from me, goodbye from Menace, and goodbye from Sam Swift Ninja. And we'll see you all next season for gold.